I'm a horrible person, Michelle told me I am, right? I said my own name. Hey kids! Welcome back to Chelley&Nay, where you know when we're on.
It's poppin'!
And we're back with another Tea Time
Tuesday! Cute! I love it when it's like hot but drinkable. It just really just goes down so nicely.
Yeah, especially when it's cold over here where we live again.
We're done with it. It's like -5 today. Windy and just not inviting. The sun's not out. Like nothing cute is happening outside.
Yeah, but at least there's some things cute happening inside.
Ew. Ooh. Oh my god, I can't deal with her, but this is why I love her. If you're new, welcome to our channel.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Yes, and if you ain't new, then welcome back. We really love ya. We do.
Just as a reminder, if you're wondering where we got these cute little mugs that say Chelley&Nay and our catchphrases, oh, almost put my finger in there, on the back, is from Home Sweet Kindie, and I'll put the information in the description below.
Today we're talking about how to get past what people think of you.
It's a big one.
It is a big one, because I feel like this is even something that, you know, I still struggle with. I wouldn't say, you know, just because we speak about it doesn't mean we're experts. We just give our opinion, of course. But I definitely feel like it's something I probably still struggle with. What do you feel?
I feel like I struggled with it growing up. I feel like now I really don't care for the most part. Before we get deeper into today's topic, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell if you're nasty, and don't forget to tell your besties, guys. So, we were saying that it's something that we both struggled with growing up, and you still feel it every now and then currently at this age.
Yeah, I'm a lot older now, and I think that it's lessened for sure, but as a kid, I mean, not that I really conformed, but I would definitely make sure to not do or say a certain thing that I thought the general population wouldn't agree with, because I didn't want to seem weird, I guess, or that people would talk about me, or that people would just not want to be friends with me. And I think now it's definitely a lot less, but it is something I still work on. But I think that also comes with learning to accept who you are as a person. Even if you still have those anxieties or concerns, I think that if you can just allow yourself to be who you are and understand that no two of us are the same anyways, then you can come to terms with the fact that even if I say this or do this, or if I'm this way, I can't really care what people have to say or what they think about it, because I'm me anyways and I'm not changing. If you love the person that you are, no one should be able to take that away from you. So I guess I just kind of feel that you can't care because you love yourself more than what everyone else thinks and feels about you.
I agree with you. I feel like learning to get past what people think of you begins with self-acceptance and self-love. To me, it's the only way that makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, so if you guys understand it a different way, great. That's just the only way that I understand it, is that if you love and accept yourself first, then it just automatically, I feel like it goes hand in hand, that you won't be affected by what others think of you. Again, it does come up every now and then. I mean, if you work and you have deadlines and you need to put yourself out there and do certain things, naturally you're gonna be like, oh, I hope people like this, or I hope that I get a good annual review, or whatever it is. But learning to love and accept yourself is number one to me, because if you, like you were saying, Nay, if you love yourself more than what anybody else thinks of you, what they think matters, regardless. And I just want to say that I feel that it should go both ways in terms of when people think negatively about you and positively. Whether it's negative or positive, it still shouldn't affect you, because at the end of the day, you need to be the person who determines who you are, what you think of yourself, how you love yourself, and learning to accept yourself. I'm not saying if somebody compliments you or speaks highly of you that you should throw that in the garbage. Again, accept it, listen, accept, but move on and just remember what you feel about yourself. Because I feel that a lot of people tend to take what others say about them, whether it be negative or positive, and start to make that their belief, but it's not really their belief, because okay, if I'm telling you you're a horrible person, you'll naturally just start saying, okay, well, I'm a horrible person, Michelle told me I am, right? I said my own name. I said my government name.
Oh god, that's weird.
I know, that's so gross. Okay, anyways, I'm just kidding, I love my name. Right, so you'll say that, but you won't, that's not really what you believe about yourself, right? There's things that you think about yourself and you love about yourself, but we've grown up in a society where it's uncomfortable to say positive things about ourselves. It's almost wrong to say that, hey, I'm awesome. Or hey, I look good, or I'm this, or I'm that. It's like, oh, well, you're full of yourself, you're conceited. No, you love yourself and you accept who you are as a person, and that's the most important.
That's really all that matters, because you go to sleep with yourself at the end of the night. Whether you have a partner or a family or rah, everything is compressed about you into here. And it's just like, when you sleep, you're inside this capsule by yourself. So I feel like you need to be content, because no one can basically think or feel anything for you. You're gonna feel it at the end of the day by yourself. So you may as well make it a happy, loving feeling. And also, to add on to that, I think it's a huge thing to ask yourself, who is it that I'm even keeping in my life that I allow to have this opinion that's negative about me, or making this comment about me? Literally ask yourself, hey, does this person actually matter in my life? Do they bring any sustenance? Do they actually contribute positively to my life? Have they been there for me? Do they understand me as a person? Do they understand who I am? Is what they're feeling about you, these ideas that they created about you, is it even warranted? Because they're, you have a list of, let's say, the 10 most important people in your life or whatever, and they're not even on that list. Why are you going to sweat over someone who doesn't even actually hold value in your life? I think it's really just about evaluating who you keep around you and who you allow to say these things. Like, don't condone that negative energy into your space and into your happy frame of mind. All the positive things you believe to be true about yourself, don't let them into that space, because it's harmful.
I definitely agree it's important to consider the people that you keep around you, whether it be family or friends, your partner, whoever. But still, at the end of the day, and I know you agree with me, it comes down to how you feel about yourself. Like I said, whether somebody thinks negatively about you or positively, it's about what you think and how you feel. For example, the video we posted yesterday, I wasn't really pleased with how I looked in that video. I'm just being open and honest, and I know you felt the same way. It was just not one of our best looks, right? But we're still putting it out there. No, we're not putting it out there because we think we look like supermodels. We're putting it out there because we really loved what we were doing. We wanted to share it with you guys, and we love ourselves, and we accept ourselves enough to be like, wow, you look interesting, but we're just still gonna go for it. And I don't mean to say this to be funny, but I hear so many times, and a lot of the time it's just pettiness, where somebody will post a photo or a video and it's like, oh, well, that she or he thinks that they're all that, and that person thinks they're this, and that person thinks they're better than me and everybody else in this world. And it's like, no, they don't. Maybe they're really insecure about posting that, but they just did it because they wanted to share something with the world. They just want to be present. Yeah. So leave people alone, number one. But again, it comes down to self-love, self-acceptance. Growing up, I had a lot of things said about me, and I think it was more so elementary school. Garbage, but
kids are trash. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say all, but most kids are trash. They're horrible to each other. I'm sorry. We both experienced it, so I'm sorry. I can speak on what I know.
for me, I had so many different comments, but the one thing that I still hold to this day is about my body hair or whatever it was. And anytime I got a negative comment about my body hair, I was just like, oh, I should probably remove that, you know? But I had to stop myself as I started to get older, and I said, am I doing this because people are saying negative things about it? Or is it because I am genuinely uncomfortable with it? And you know, at this point, it's just because I'm genuinely uncomfortable with body hair. I don't judge anybody who decides to keep their body hair, male or female, or
in between.
It's just not my thing. So that, I think that one really used to get to me because I was already uncomfortable with it. So that's one thing where I'm giving that example because that's something where I still love and accept myself, but I accept the fact that that's something that I'm personally uncomfortable with. I don't care if you're comfortable with it or not. And it's obvious because I will go out there in public and I'll have body hair on me, whether it be facial, whether it be wherever, and people will see it and I'll be like, again, I'm not excited that it's there, but I love and accept myself. So if you happen to meet me on a day that I'm hairy, oh well, that's what you get. If you happen to meet me on a day where I'm perfectly waxed, great. It's the same thing. It doesn't really matter to me. It's not like you're gonna be fully comfortable with all your insecurities, right? Somebody calls you a bad person, and if you truly believe that about yourself and you want to fix it, then fix it. If you truly believe that about yourself but you're comfortable with who you are, then don't do anything. Again, it's how you perceive yourself. I have this saying, sorry, I have to say it. Nobody will ever understand you from your level of perception. You and I can agree on something, but we still see it differently. You understand? Like, we don't see things exactly the same. Right? So there's no point of you fighting all your life when other people aren't going to see it from your level of perception. You think you're a good person? Great. You think you're a bad person? Great. I mean, if you think that about yourself and you're comfortable with that, leave it alone. Leave well enough alone. That's all I can say.
Absolutely.
But if you have thoughts about yourself and opinions about yourself and you want to change, then change, but change on your own terms.
Absolutely. Don't let anyone's idea of what they think you are lead your life, because then you will just live a very false life, I guess you can say, just because it's not who you feel you actually are. Do you, be true to you. And I feel like at this point, guys, it's 2020, let's be real. If we haven't smartened up and we're not nice to each other by now, I mean, I just don't know what to say. Number two, those people that you're giving the upper hand, why? Why would you just forget about them and enjoy yourself and live your life? Because does it really matter at the end of the day? And I don't want to get into some super deep thing, but realistically, does it matter? And right now I can say, okay, that's so much easier said than done, because, you know, I'm having a great day, or everyone that I talked to today was super nice to me, super loving, whatever. But even when people close to me, if they say something I don't necessarily agree with, or they're like, oh, but you did this and you did that, I'm like, well, yeah, okay. Like, I will, you know, I will let them know, like, okay, like, you know, if you see it that way, that's totally fine. And when I'm done talking to them, I'm like, you know what, I will have a small conversation with myself and be like, hey, but what was the point? Did you really do that? Did you not really do that? See it from their point of view. I will definitely step into their shoes for a minute and see, hey, was I like that, or did I do that? And then if I actually didn't, I'm like, you know what, I'm sorry, that person has a skewed perception of me. And you're mature enough and you love yourself enough and accept yourself enough to say that, because some people will say opposite. Like, you were able to, you know, sit down with yourself, debrief about the situation, and come into the conclusion that that person, not necessarily they're wrong, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but you said that they have, it's a skewed perception. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying it's not what I see, and I think my own thoughts about myself matter more than someone else's thoughts about me, especially if they're going to be damaging.
Exactly.
Do not let those thoughts control you, because that just makes no sense. Do your thoughts control that person's life? Doubt it.
And you said something that, you know, you go to sleep with yourself every night. You're going to be, and I've always said this, you're gonna be with yourself for the rest of your life, regardless if you're alone, in a relationship, whatever you're doing, you are going to be with yourself for the rest of your life. Who do you want that person to be? Do you want that person to be happy? Do you want that person to be miserable? Do you want that person to be confident? Do you want that, what do you want? whoever you want yourself to be for the rest of your life, because you're choosing to live, so live for the rest of your life, figure it out. It's just a lot of self-reflection, soul searching, that type of thing, because all this stuff again is easier said than done, but in everything that we say, it's just something that you just have to do. I can't remember the switch that was flipped when I started to be like, why do I care about what people think? I don't remember, but it just happened. And again, it was just a lot of thinking, self-reflecting, and soul searching to say, hey, I'm not happy right now, so I want to be happy for the rest of my life, because I'm going to be with myself for the rest of my life. So what do I want? What person do I want to be? Do I want to be that person who loves to a fault? Do I want to be that person who does everything for everybody else and I don't have enough time for myself? I drain my energy every single day so that I can't put any towards my growth. What do you want? That's the first question that you have to ask yourself, I believe anyways.
No, I completely agree. Plain and simple as that. Make your life about yourself. Stop living for other people.
If I can just go off on a little bit of a
Always
tangent.
go off, yeah, every single time, yeah.
Just speaking on accepting yourself, I am a personal trainer. A lot of the time I have clients come to me and they want to lose weight. That's their main goal. I'll say, why are they doing this? Or what was your inspiration to come in and do this, right? And most of the time it's that, oh, I don't like how I look. I don't want to look like this for this wedding coming up, or I saw myself when I was disgusted and all this stuff, and I'm just sitting there and I said, well, we can't continue until we have a deeper conversation, because I do things differently, but I make people look at themselves, and I tell them, this is the number one thing that I tell people. I say, if you don't accept yourself the way you are now, you're not going to accept yourself 17 weeks from now, let's say, when you've hit your goal, you know, if that's how long it takes. I'm just throwing random numbers out there, but you need to accept yourself as you are, the way you are, the way your face looks, the way your body looks.
Every way, shape, and form you come in.
Love
it.
You have to, before you make those changes. If you've self-reflected and you've come to the conclusion that, hey, I'm not happy right now because of A, B, and C, I want to change that, fine, but you can't change it because you hate yourself the way you are now. You need to accept that person that you are right in this moment, and then we can move forward and make those positive changes in your life. Because guess what, if you, in terms of weight loss, and you can put this in any other aspect of your life where you see fit, if you're not satisfied with yourself now, if you don't love yourself now, if you don't accept yourself now, guess what, when you lose 30 pounds, you're gonna find something else about yourself. You're not gonna be satisfied at that point either. You're not gonna love and accept yourself at that point either. You might think that you will, but you won't, because you didn't dig deep and figure out what the root is, figure out why you don't love yourself and accept yourself enough right in this moment. I know I put that towards weight loss.
No, but it's such a good analogy, and I think it can be, you know, comparable to all aspects of life. I think it's just a general also rule to accept what is and love things as they are, whether they grow to be better or they stay stagnant. I don't know. I think it's just, it's a very peaceful way to live, to love things as they are without needing to change them.
If you're the same person when you look like a box, or the same person when you look like an oval, or the same person when you look like triangular prism, it doesn't matter, you're the same person.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that made sense, but I just want to throw it out there. A rose by any other name?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys get what I'm saying, just comment down below. If I'm just freaking out, just cancel me.
No.
I feel like at the end of the day, learning to get past what people think of you starts with self-love and accepting yourself. I just feel like that's the beginning of all things.
It is. If you can reach that place of just loving things in its natural form, you will learn to just love yourself and say, you know what, I don't really care what you have to say. Thanks for your opinion. Didn't ask, but thank you.
Positive or negative. If somebody's always saying to you, oh, you're the best person in the world, you're so amazing, you're so this, you're so that, you're so... Here's one. I just gave myself a light bulb. I've been told before many times that I'm so confident, and I'm just like, where? Because I'm not. I'm actually not. That's not one of my finer attributes, if that makes sense.
Sure.
It's just not a refined part of me. But I accept that about myself, and I am working towards it.
I love that. The life you give your besties and your friends and your this, that, ray, roo, rah, rah, give it to yourself for the love of all that is magical on this planet. You know what I mean?
What you're doing
it's
right
literally
now.
it. Done. One and done.
No, but for real though, I feel that everything that we've been discussing in the past Tea Time Tuesdays, it goes back to positive self-talk, self-love, self-acceptance. Pretend you're talking to somebody that you love rather than negative self-talking. It just, everything ties in together, and all we're doing is just constantly reminding you guys. It's not that we're trying to give the exact same advice every time, but it really does start with that. All right guys, we've reached the end of our teas and pretty much the end of this video, because once again, we like to pop off, we're all over the map, but like you were saying, Nay, it is kind of cohesive, and if you get us, you just get us, so get it. Learn to get past what people think of you, just do it. Love yourself, accept yourself, figure out what you want in life, ask yourself what you want, who you want to be, and take baby steps to get there. As we mentioned before, you are going to be with yourself for the rest of your life, so consider those facts. Again, reach out to us if there's anything that we didn't cover. Reach out to us, let us know what else you guys want us to talk about during Tea Time Tuesday.
Definitely, guys, and definitely comment down below if you felt like, you know, what we were speaking on resonated with you, and if you feel like it's something you might want to actually put into your own practice. We definitely want to know if we are touching the points that make sense for you guys, so definitely let us know. We really love you and appreciate you guys. Shout out to the ones who made it to the end of this video.
Thank you for joining, thank you for staying, thank you for loving, thank you for supporting.
For real, all the factuals. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit the bell if you're nasty, and don't forget to
tell your besties, guys. Keep doing your thing out there, okay? Okay.
Later, kids.